Hello everyone, and welcome to this new episode of the live number 10.
Number 10.
May
Wow, so quick.
29. So then 10 already.
Yep.
Yeah. So today is the end of the competition.
It is. So another
So the
competition.
competition,
It looks like
yeah.
it's been pretty successful again. We've got a lot of entries. We had a few more entries turn up over last night and this
Good.
morning. So look, you've got a few more hours to put them in. So please put them in and join in the fun.
Yes.
And
Have you counted them yet? How many? There's a few this
I
time
haven't.
around.
It's close to 20, I think.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wow. New record, perhaps?
Oh yeah.
So it's
close.
looking quite good.
Yes.
Very good. So good variety of. I've seen a few tanks, a few vehicles, different type of models actually. Quite
Yeah.
nice.
No,
Good.
they look good.
Very good. So this week we actually did a new video on the God end side cutters on how
Yeah,
to
that's
maintain
right.
them.
Yes. And how to use them properly.
How to use them properly.
Yes.
So obviously the maintenance, just again to go over that, is for when you actually had them for a little bit.
Yes.
And you need to tune them. So when they come out, they are brand new.
So-
they're
so
fully tuned and set.
That's right. So the three different God hand single edge cutters, they're already perfectly sharpened and perfectly set at the
Correct.
factory. The adjustment that I show and the maintenance, so the oiling is from time to time to stop rust, and then the adjustment for the cutting, that's the long-term sort of maintenance. You know,
Correct.
after a lot of use, it'll wear down.
You want to make sure
and
they're always tight.
after you
So you keep
sharpen
an
them.
eye, put them against the light, and you see if need any adjustment.
That's right.
Most likely you can go for quite some time before you need any fine tuning, but always
Yes.
worth checking. So,
Yes, that's right.
very good. So today I think we're going to try to introduce a new section, which is presenting new releases of new products.
Well, that's right. Yeah, there's new product coming out all the time, and just as we're trying to keep up with
Yeah.
it all, it's good to let everyone else know what's
Correct.
coming as well. It's exciting.
So every week we receive several emails from all different manufacturers and suppliers telling us what they are coming up with, and so we put together a small selection about 10-15 different products, and we run them through. So
Yeah.
we're gonna switch to this, and here we go. So first one, we have the Hot Bodies electric buggy version,
Yep.
and this buggy version is called the E819RS.
Yep. So the RS is the part which makes it new. So it's got
Correct.
some of the newer suspension parts and
So
things
the
on it.
E819 was released last year.
Yep.
And then they've done the D819, which is the Nitro buggy version, RS, which had a few new upgrade parts, which you can
Yep.
see on the screen here. There's some hubs.
Yep.
There was a new drivetrain as well, some upgrades in the drivetrain, rear
Yep.
shock tower.
Yep.
The links, the sway bar actually were sway bar connections were actually one piece, not anymore with the two eyelets and the grub screw as such.
Yeah, because that makes it really hard to make them exactly
Yeah.
the same size.
Yeah, exactly. So quite a few new adjustments there, and here we go. We are just on the bottom there too.
Yep.
Today, about an hour ago, we received the email from Yokomo telling us
So-
that the new YZ4 is coming out.
Well, that's it. So that's very exciting because the YZ4 hasn't been around for a little bit, particularly
Yes.
this latest SF
Correct.
version, so the shaft drive. And we first saw some pictures, I think, a week ago
A week or so ago, yeah.
Adachi showed off his prototype, and
And
now we've got word of
here
the
we go.
actual production one.
So should be shipping from Japan end of June, so we should see install early July.
Yes.
And quite a lot of new parts. Apparently it's 70-80% new, even though it looks quite similar. The geometry is similar but quite different. So new front and rear arms.
I guess it's just a bit more refined.
More refined, correct.
Yeah.
A bit lightweight. We've got a bit of a list here. There's quite a few parts have been redesigned. There's a new battery system, so you
Yep.
can move your battery backwards and forwards and
Yep.
adjust the position.
Yeah, for the balance.
That's right, for the
Yep.
balance. So hinge pins have been updated to 3.5mm, a bit stronger again. As I say, new arms, a few new adjustments again. It does come with sway bars and springs for carpet and dirt. So very good kit overall. It will be listed on our website, I think, today for pre-order. Again, exciting release. We haven't had one for, I don't know, 6 months, I suppose.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Before we drive from Yokomo,
Yeah.
so very welcome. So there will be the YZ2 DTM3, which is the two-wheel drive version, and then finally the YZ4 SF2.
Yes.
Changing topic, slot cars.
Slot cars. Okay, so slot cars have been quite popular recently, and we've been talking a lot about them. And then traditionally, there's been a couple of different sizes. Okay,
Yep.
so you've got your 30-second scale ones with the
Yep.
scale electric
Standard.
sort of
Yep.
standard size, and then there was the micro ones, and now Scarlettas have released the a mid-size
1 to 43 scale, which is quite nice. It's going to be very welcome. We saw this in Germany, so if you have the opportunity of going on our YouTube channel, there is a video of the Hornby Scholastic and AFX Turf Air show, and showing all the different products, and this is actually looking really good. The quality of the truck is very, very nice. We're looking forward to see this one in hopefully next couple of months or so.
For sure. So I mean, a slightly bigger car will give you more detail.
Absolutely.
And also being an in-between size, it will have more handling ability than the small one.
Yeah.
But it won't take as much space as the bigger one.
It's good to see they've got a Batman version for the younger ones, but also some Mercedes cars and proper cars as well. So a bit of variety.
Yep.
So that's going to be really welcome. Moving to Tamiya. Tamiya is coming out with something really exciting.
Well, this is pretty exciting because we recently restored a classic F201 chassis, which was a full drive F1 chassis by Tamiya, and that was the only one they made at the time.
Ever, yeah.
And that's got to be, how old was that? It's like 15 years old or something.
It was 2004, 2002, something like that.
Something like that.
Memory, yeah.
Yeah. And so being all new, so they've got it with the electric formula type platform now. So it's got the new style body. And then the actual chassis is much more refined as well. It looks much more like a real F1 car.
That's right. Very, very low center of gravity, as you can see.
Yeah.
That's a bigger picture.
Yep.
You got the shocks on top.
Yeah.
4 independent suspensions.
Inboard shocks are really cool.
Yeah.
It's got the similar sort of captured ball suspension system, so you can adjust the width of the car and also all the camber and your toe.
And that's for the front and the rear as well, which is different because often the Formula One chassis used to have like a solid axle at the back with a type of tank car type system.
Yes. So a lot easier to drive.
More releases from Tamiya for July 2020, which is coming very soon.
So to start off, we've got some of the pre-printed cardboard boxes, which really look their place in the diorama, particularly in the back of a truck, or even on the back of a tank.
It'd be perfect for our contest that we're just doing now.
Oh yes, that's
That'd be a good addition to your tanks or vehicles.
Yeah. So and then you've got the Fireblade, brand new Fireblade, which we've already listed before as a new item. So that's coming out shortly. And then there's a limited edition version of the 48 scale P38. So it's going to have a few different parts within it. So it's pretty much the same kit as which was originally released last Christmas.
Yes, with some
extra bits. Yes.
Very good. This is a very quick one. So I think it was last year or the year before that Tamiya started producing some lacquer paint in the jars. And again, this next month they're going to release 3 more colors.
So the range is getting very extensive.
Yes.
It's great because lacquer paints are becoming much more popular now, particularly with the mech and Gundam builders, because lacquers are much tougher.
Yep. And
if you're reposing things, you want them to be as tough as possible.
And it's good actually to put some reference. So the LP79 is equivalent to an XF7. So we're all familiar with the XF3, XF7, and so forth. So some of those will be matching the traditional acrylic jars.
Yes.
And some other one will be matching actually the spray cans. Correct.
Yes, that's
so that would be good.
Yep.
Revell is also coming out with quite a lot of new vehicles, different cars here.
So Revell stuff, particularly the American stuff, hasn't been available for quite a while.
Yes.
I think most of the production is happening in Germany now.
Germany, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of these you've probably seen before, but they're being re-released because they haven't been around for a while.
So a bit of a selection here. There's a couple more on this page. Some really exciting cars. Some Chevy.
Yep.
Dodge 1969. A Chevy with a truck with a kind of a tray body.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
So that El Camino Ute looks pretty interesting as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking forward to this ones. Here we go. That's yours, BJ.
This is my kind of thing because I love all the Mack and the Machining Krieger type universe. And with this particular one, it's the Custa, which is one of the walkers, and you could only get it before in the twin set, which was released for one of Kao Yokoyama's galleries.
Right.
So the only way you could get one is you get ones that are floating around. Very high dollars. We've had them in here before, but they've all sold. Yep. And now they're releasing this as a separate item. So first there's going to be the Friedrich, which is coming out I think next month, and then this is the second part of that same twin set, but this will be coming out in August and it'll probably hit here probably early September. Yeah.
So we'll have a pre-order for this very soon as well. So exciting news.
Yes.
Last one, Dora Wings.
Yes. Yes, Dora Wings is a new manufacturer out of the Ukraine.
Yes.
And we've got our order on its way. Should be here within the next couple of weeks, hopefully.
Quite a few new ones. They've got some longer term projects there. They're just
That's right.
announced in the last couple of weeks.
Slavsky and the Ferry Delta, so they're works in progress at the moment.
Yes.
They make quite a few interesting things. I mean, the GB Races, which is that big chunky thing with the short arms. Quite a variety of different aircraft. Interesting stuff that's not available elsewhere.
Very good. So
Okay, so
lots of new stuff coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see what we're gonna have in the next couple of weeks. So that you should start to see some of this in the next few days. So
Yes.
moving to the next topic for today
Okay.
is Artesania. So
Yes.
Artesania, what do you know about Artesania?
So Artesania Latina is a Spanish brand. They started up quite a while ago. I believe it's in the 70s or 80s.
Yes.
And the great thing about Artesania Latina is with timber model kits, they're generally pretty complicated. And they've tried to simplify it as much as possible. So they've tried to make the layout and the building of it like a plastic kit.
Yeah.
So the instructions have got a lot of photos in them.
Yes.
Most of the complex parts are already laser cut. So not like the old days when they first did laser cutting, it was in the 90s, so they were pioneer. And then later on with the ships themselves, the sails used to be just a roll of fabric and you have to cut them up and sew them.
No, it's pre-cut.
Now they're pre-sewn, so it makes it a lot easier.
Very good. So they have this is a triplane actually.
Yes, so that's the Red Baron's Fokker DL1. So before the really nice kits were made by Hasegawa. It was a museum series, and it was pretty much plastic, and some of the early ones had metal parts. But Artesania's reimagined it with actual timber parts. So this actually looks, I think it looks nicer than the Hasegawa one. Even though the Hasegawa one being plastic and metal is more scale, because you've got the textures of the timber, this makes it much more, it gives it much more character, I think. And then you've got all the very fine rigging and such, which will all connect up to the control. And then you've got all the spars and all the slats to build up. So really nice.
Very nice kit.
So they've got this one, and they've also got the Sopwith Camel.
Yes, that's right. We had it recently, actually.
Yes, that's right.
So, but Artesania Latina is known for ships.
Yes.
Mostly, that's where they started. Well, I think they started manufacturing wooden ships originally, and they expanded to aircraft after. So
yeah, that's right.
Something like that is probably way more common.
Yes. So this will be like a medium level kit.
Yep.
They've got smaller ones which are about half this size.
Yeah.
And they come with the paints and
and
such.
there's some massive one.
That's right.
Huge.
So even something like this, for a beginner, if you wanted something a bit more complicated, you still expect to spend a couple of months completing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I might just quickly cut it open.
Yeah, let's
so
have a look.
they're very well packed. So I don't know if I can show you a lot, but it'll give you some sort of idea of
What it looks
the,
like.
the strips.
Okay, so move to this camera here, so you can.
So like so. Okay, so we'll just open it up like that. All right. So you've got this little plastic compartment here, which has got all the fittings in it. So they were also one of the first that included all the fittings. So a lot of other brands like Billings, you had to buy all your fitting kits separately. And then along here, you've got all your strips of timber. So you've got the lighter color ones, which are thicker. That's your first row of planking to get the shape. And then you've got your
finishing.
Yep, that's right. And then you get your finer veneer for finishing it later. And then over here you might have a better view of the laser cutting. So you've got laser cut parts here and this along here. So that's part of the keel. And you might just get an idea here. This is the pre-sewn sails. Makes it a lot easier. Because when I started building these, I mean, I didn't know how to use a sewing machine.
Right.
So I left those off. But this makes it look much more authentic.
So you've got all your different the pins,
Yes.
all the different
All the blocks.
all the different
You got
blocks.
the anchors, you got the flag here in the fabric.
Flag? Yeah.
Yep. And you got all the rigging.
And in some cases you can buy additional parts too to further detail the different ships. You can buy.
You can do.
A heap of different accessories. So obviously your instructions in there.
Yeah, that's right. So you've got your colour photographic instructions, which are here. And then you've got your full-size plans as well. So you can lay them all out.
More like, yeah.
And that goes, it's numbered, so you can follow the instructions. So yeah, so that's a Artesania Latina
Which
ship kit.
It's definitely Spanish, not Italian.
Yes,
Not
that's
to be
right.
confused. Even though it sounds quite similar.
Yes.
So we've got a few questions here. So it looks like people are pretty keen on the YZ4 coming up soon. So yeah, that will be very welcome.
Yes.
And people were asking about the Sega Saturn console. Well, that's
Oh,
actually
here it
the
is here.
next subject. So that arrived again yesterday.
So that one there.
So we should really open this one because it's quite interesting.
We should.
So just
Okay.
talking to Marlin yesterday, and he suggested that you can put a
Raspberry Pi in it.
Raspberry Pi in it and run as if it was the original.
Yeah, that's right, because there's plenty of room in them.
Yeah. So it's actually quite large.
Yes. So, here we go. So there you go. So this is, there you got there, the main console. Let's just make sure you're getting any reflections. Okay, so you can see it by the size of my hand there. So like this, there's plenty of room in there. So the kit itself is quite interesting because you've got all these scale, there's a hand controller.
The hand controller.
You've got the cap for your CD, and there'll be a CD in here as well.
Oh yes.
Don't know if you can see it, but there's a CD. A little CD there, it's a bit clear, right? So it's got stickers so you can put on different labels on them,
Wow.
depending what you like.
You can do your
there.
video game.
Well, that's it. Okay, so you got bits here that replicate the electronics inside.
Yep. So the full interiors as well.
Yes, full interior detail.
The board.
Yep, so you got another main board there. And you got parts of the interior. And you got the CD reader here. That looks like the interior of the controller. And there's the stickers for your CDs.
What games are there? Nice. Different games.
Virtual Fighter.
Virtua Fighter, yeah.
You got Knights, and then you got Sakura Dai...
That's very Japanese.
Oh, that's
is it?
Sakura Wars. Okay, so Sakura
Awesome.
Wars, we recently got the Bandai kits for Sakura Wars
Right.
as well. Yeah,
Here we go.
There you go.
Instruction. Quite nice. Very good.
yeah. It's cool. There you go. Sega Saturn.
That is really good, yeah. So this week we received lots of new releases from Bandai.
We did.
Being one of those. That
Yes.
was from last month actually. Arrived again today.
Yep. So we
What
have
else
that.
is new? Because I think this one was,
Okay,
very
so that-
interesting actually.
Yeah, so this has just come in again.
Different
So
boxing from the usual Gundams.
it
and
is,
Bandai?
because this is apparently designed by a famous industrial designer from Japan.
Right.
Yep.
So it's
So-
a different take on the traditional Gundam. Is that
That's
correct?
right. So it's a RX-78 shape with slightly different form. So I think
I think here, if you switch to this camera here, see, here you can see it.
so you just be able to see here. So he looks pretty traditional, but all the lines are quite different.
Different,
Yeah,
yes,
the
yes,
proportions, and the design of the skeleton is meant to be quite flexible. So it's in a very industrial type, minimalist box as well.
That's right. So
Yeah.
there'll be a good one to build, to see someone building one and taking some photos. So
Yeah.
hopefully
It's a bit
soon.
different.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
so
else
the
we
new Haro loader. So as some people call the early one, it was the ping pong ball in a suit.
got? Right.
Well, this one's a ping pong ball, you know, in a oh, I don't know, I guess an excavator.
That's brilliant.
So it's got his big arms and stuff.
Looks a bit sad here. We can probably turn it upside down and make him happy.
Oh, that's right. So there's quite a few different options. So
a few different
you know,
options, yeah.
you can paint up to have him in different sort of colours.
Yep.
And then, I mean, that's open for weathering, I think.
Absolutely.
This sort of design.
It'll be up for Warwick, I think.
Oh, Warwick will
So
love that.
It's
I think
almost
he's
his
done a
orange,
few things like
orangey.
that.
This
This is
next.
pretty exciting. So this is the new SD Barbatos. Okay, so this is the SD CS type.
Right.
Okay, so SD is like the short deformed ones.
Yep.
And then CS is the it's a longer frame.
Right.
So
okay,
it gives you
stretch.
both options. So you can either there's different frames there.
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so
the
you
shorter
got-
frame and the longer
Yeah,
frame.
that's right. So you got your shorty up the top there, which is the normal one, and then you got the long frame down the bottom. So the longer frame gives it different proportions
Yeah.
and also allows more flexibility. And being the Barbatos, I mean, it's one of the most
So,
popular type.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. What else we have here? This
So
one
the
up here?
GP Race 2, 10. So HG. I mean, it's pretty chunky. I mean, this is a very thick box. So obviously, the bigger the boxes, the more bits you get in them. And if you have a closer look, so I guess if we do this here,
Yeah.
you can just see how big, you know, all these. I don't know if they're rockets or what they are, but it's got big cannons on the sides.
That's
Just
interesting.
beastly. It's huge. So that's quite new. They just arrived.
So the SDCS Barbatos, Vincent is asking, is for sale now? Yes, it is.
Yes, we
It's
have them in the store now.
They arrived
Yes.
yesterday, so they should be on the shelf by now.
That's it.
So we have Nick saying hi. Hi, Nick. Haven't seen you in a couple of months. Hope you're well.
Alright.
And that Tamiya, that was a Tamiya Zero Fighter that arrived again yesterday.
So that's a new release. Oh, yes. So this one here. So we go like this.
There we go.
Okay. So this Zero is, I don't know if it's a brand new kit. I don't believe so.
I think we've seen this before. There's
it's got some photo etch in it.
Some photo etch parts in it.
Yeah, and you've got these crew here.
So just arrived yesterday. We had a large restock of this one yesterday.
Yeah.
So something interesting again.
So Tamiya is always nice. It's always good to have something new from them. Okay, so we've got that one there.
Well, I think this is for most of the things that arrived this week, but I think we should catch up on what some of you could not hear last week. Last week we had a few.
We had an adventure last week.
Obviously, it's you trying to run a new system to get a bit more detail.
Yes.
Make it a bit more interesting. And last week we did the unboxing of this one, the Avante Comical. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this one again. So if you have any questions in the meantime on this one or anything else, just back it on the chat. So let's open this up.
Looks really good, I think.
See, the main part was...
So the body. Okay, so we've got some...
let's see if you can see from the front here.
From the front?
There you go. It's there. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do this close up. So you've got the sets of tyres. So the tyres are brand new. A different width front and back. They're the square block.
Very interesting design of the tyres. Actually,
They are.
A bit different.
So they look like 10 scale off-road tyres. Same sort of dimensions, but it's on a mini sort of type of car. Got the body, which is all pre-painted.
That's the best part, I think, is a metallic kind of metallic finish. Really, very
so
nice.
It's a very nice metallic blue.
It's masked as well, so you've got some clear parts.
Yep. So you've got the canopy is already all clear. You've got some panels here, and then you've got the light lenses here, which are left clear. Just needs to be cut out and put the stickers on. So that's that bit there.
So then we move into our usual driver.
This is actually a new style driver.
Different.
So he's a Wild Willie style looking guy, but he's all newly sculpted. And you'll see that you've got his chin guard here. He's got his open face helmet, but there's no face in here because the face is actually over here. It's an insert. So being an insert, it's easy to paint. So you can spray paint all that in your helmet color, and then you can do your flesh on this, and then just pop it straight in. So that's really clever there.
And then we move to the usual. This part here are different color to the standard, a bit more matte finish.
Well, you see, these are for the headlights and such, and they're actually
a bit more flexible. Yeah. Yep. So they start introducing different materials now.
Yes.
That's excellent.
There's a good chance you're going to be smacking this into things.
Yeah, so we've got all now the different bits actually.
Yep. Okay, so you get your suspension components here. Okay, you got shaft covers for the gearbox. You get your uprights here for your suspension, rear hubs there, and you've got this new servo saver. That's that. Okay, so here you got the bumper. So these are out of sort of another sort of ABS-y type vinyl plastic.
Yeah.
So pretty flexy. You can see
Rubbery.
sort of moving around. They look like covers of some kind.
Some more bits of suspension. The body post and...
Yep, so you got body posts which look like a mini style body post, and then the arms which are like mini arms too.
Yeah,
they're a two-part.
Yeah.
So you put them together and the screws go through them. You got the headlight covers here as well.
Chassis rail coming.
Oh, the chassis rail, that's cool.
That's again traditional chassis like shape.
Yeah, so you got your chassis rail curve there, which looks a lot like you see on a Willys Jeep or such. And then you got the wheelie bar on the back, and then the center for the chassis there.
Some more parts. The front bumper again. Is that the front bumper, I think, or maybe?
Could be. I don't know. Maybe the bumper I looked at before was a rear bumper.
There's a rear bumper, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's another bumper of types there. Again, this is in the flexi type stuff.
And the gearbox, I think here.
Oh, it is. So this is the main chassis.
The main chassis and the
Yeah,
gearbox.
so it's very much like a
gearbox into it. Yeah.
Very much like a mini type chassis where it's all sandwiched together with all the gears inside. It's actually four-wheel drive. So you see the two gearbox sides, and the motor just goes straight through the center.
Yeah. So this is going to be quite torquey, so they will do quite a lot of wheelies and and they've got a big motor in it.
Well, it's a 540 size motor, isn't it?
540 size motor, actually.
Yeah. So you've got the 540 size motor, which
And a
is
very
the same
tiny
size.
car.
That's right.
It'll be
A
very
really short wheelbase.
overpowered. Yes.
Yep. You can see you can just see the what do you call them? Cylinders for the shocks. Got your shock oil there, and then you've got all your different pistons you can choose from, spacers. You got all the bushings here. So you got plastic bushings, which you can always upgrade the ball bearing ones.
Correct.
And then you've got all your different bags of screws. And for people that don't know, Tamiya always have this style of screw system.
Yeah.
So A is for your first lot of steps, then you got B, C, D. Yeah.
As you go along.
As you go along. So you only open one bag at a time.
Yeah. Talking about power, these are the gears, are huge.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
That's
so
massive.
just to give you an idea, that is massively wide gear. I mean, that's wider than my finger. So this gives you an idea of how much power that these things can actually handle. It'll spread the load across these wide gears. And look, I could easily see more powerful motors in these, like brushless motors.
The brushless, and then you backflip it.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
So to finish this up, so yellow wheels and you got a black front covers actually to
Very
go
classy
to complement.
Wheels. So the wheel's actually a orangey yellow, so like a camel yellow, quite rich in colour, like an egg yolk. And then you've got the inserts, which are the multi-spokes to give it the contrast. Then on this side, that's where the hexes are. Okay,
and that's it really.
Yep, and then
the
speed controller. Yeah?
brushless speed controller, very traditional.
Yep.
From comes in most kits these days.
Yes.
So the good news is in the next probably 3-ish weeks we should get a big delivery of Tamiya again. So there'll be lots of restock of all the classics.
Yep,
So
a lot of people waiting for that.
I think at that point we should do some unboxing of some cars that we haven't seen in a while in the shop, like the Hot Shot, Super Hot Shot.
Yes.
Some of those would be really good to actually do one of those.
Yep.
You should probably tell us which one you want to do first.
Which one I want to do?
Get them all. Yeah.
Me? I always wanted a Super Shot.
Super Shot.
So they're called the Super Hot Shot now.
So we should do a Super Hot Shot as soon as we get them installed.
Yep.
Do the Super Hot Shot. Okay, so I think we should bring in our favourite.
Oh, okay. Let's make a bit of room here. So Nick's going to bring in his Prestige.
Oh, it's really heavy actually.
Prestige car.
There we go. So can anyone guess what car is this? It's actually really heavy. This is a few kilos actually. Oh, a few kilos. So BJ's.
I'm okay.
He's alive. Okay, so it's becoming a bit of a tradition of presenting every week a new scale model car.
Yes.
Mostly has been racing models in the last few episodes, and today is even a larger one. So we did a few 118 scale, and today is a 112. Very unique from BBR in Italy. You see, someone can guess. The car is definitely not a Kia. Close.
Kia. I think they're related, but they're not quite the same.
Not quite the same.
No.
Try again.
Yep.
It's definitely red.
Yes.
I put it down because it's actually really weighty.
Because these things are solid.
So it's a proper solid. So this is another racing model made by BBR. BBR is an Italian company specializing in these racing cars. This is obviously a Ferrari 488 Spider. And I think we should bring it closer to the left side camera.
Yeah, let's make some
room. And here we go. So let's see what we can do. There we go. And this.
Okay, so just to give you an idea, here's the size of my hand. Okay. So for those that don't understand scale so much, so 1/12 scale means if you had 12 of these lined up, it'll be the same length as a real car.
A real car, correct? Yeah. So the level of detail in this one is incredible. Hopefully you can see it in there. It's actually really heavy. Wheel, see disc brakes, all the perforation, actually ceramic disc brakes in this one. I don't know if you can actually see that. There we go. Interiors.
And as you look around the back to the insignia, so these are photo etched metal insignia.
Yes.
And then also the this will give it away. Does anyone know what that is? I can't not know what that is now. You're showing off exactly what it's meant to be.
Red equal Ferrari. Someone is suggesting there. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
There we go. So the exhaust, super detailed. So check out the interiors here.
So it's really hard to show exactly how good the paint finish is on
Correct.
these. These are true mirror finish Jucos on them.
One thing that's really interesting in my opinion is the windscreen. The windscreen is actually looks really thin.
Yes.
Often when you have plastic windscreen,
Yes.
they're actually quite thick and they
Oh,
give
that's
that
right.
distortion, where this
Yes.
one is extremely thin.
Yes.
So even when you look through, you actually see the real, like
Yes.
it looks really real.
Yeah, that's right. And it also has the same reflective quality as the rest of the
The
body.
body.
Yeah.
Hopefully you
Yeah,
can see
you,
here.
you sort of saw it just then with the reflection on the glass.
There we go.
So I really like the stitching effect on the side of the seats as well.
Yeah, let's see if we can show that one. There we go. So probably can't see in the camera, but there's a full dashboard. Let's see if we go this way, perhaps.
Yep.
Here we go. Yeah,
And
full
just
dashboard.
to give an idea of how rare these are, they've only made 49 of these
Yeah, 49.
worldwide.
Well, this is actually number 2.
Number 2, wow.
That's I think number 1 is probably kept by in their collection
Yes.
of the manufacturer the kit. The first 4 would probably have a number 0, number 1. They stay within their collection, and then the rest is for sale. So here we go. Let's go back.
Yes.
There we go.
Really nice.
Beautiful model. It would actually nice to put this on a scale because it would be few kilos actually.
Oh, it would be easy.
It's
I'll be guessing that it's close to 3 kilos.
yeah, probably. There you go. So let us know what car we should present next week. We have a selection of racing, few Ferraris, few McLarens, but also some Australian diecast, more traditional diecast,
Yes,
which would
that's
be very nice to present.
Yep.
So there we go. Put this away. Okay, so
Okay, so from that really refined road car,
To
we go
this.
to this thing. So this is something you don't mind throwing into the mud.
no, definitely not.
And this won't mind flicking mud in your face either.
And it's still 3 kilos, probably 4.
Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, this is a bit
The
of
same weight,
there's a
different,
bit of a
different
brick, isn't it?
abilities.
Yes. Yeah, it's got a bit of meat there.
So for those that are not familiar to this kind of product, this is a 1.8 monster truck, 6S capable. That means it takes over 22 volts battery,
Which is pretty mad.
and it will go over 100 kilometers an hour. There is a wheelie bar at the back here because as you put the power down, this car will wheelie up like that. Let's put it. So as you put the power down, this will go just up like that. So there's a wheelie bar at the back here that prevents this from backflipping, even though it will still backflip most likely.
I mean, these truggy type layouts are real fun because you can see the wheelbase is basically the same as the width. So it's like a
Yes,
square.
it's a square,
and
really.
they're just really agile. And because they're so short here, they just wheelie with no problem. So, you get wheelie bars all the way up here beyond the wing.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that. It's going to be doing this.
So just before Christmas we did a video on the Kronos, which is a similar type car, just a bit longer.
Yes.
And we put on 6S on it, and it was crazy. So the first time we went on the gas, I went a bit too hard, not even considering that, and the car did a complete backflip on the spot. So to get this car to reach the full potential, speed-wise, I think there's a little bit of setup to do, but it's going to be ultra fun. I suggest to run this on 4S for general use because that will get you about 70-75 k's an hour, which is a very respectable speed, and it'll be way more manageable.
Yeah, it's a bit more manageable on the
Absolutely.
trigger as well, right? So you can
Still.
squeeze it from time to time and you don't have to worry about it flipping.
It will probably still actually wheel it on 4S one of these. So let's see some of the details actually. You see how strongly this is built. That's
so quite
the
clever
big
how they've
model.
got this flat panel here.
Yes.
So this rests up against the body.
Yeah.
Because when you flip it over, I mean, things doing 120 kilometers an
Yeah.
hour, you need a bit of extra support in
Correct,
the
so
center.
that prevents some damage.
Yep.
So that's your big speed controller here. I think it's 160 hobby wing base speed controller, so very reliable, water resistant.
Yep.
Big motor here. These cars have 3 differentials, so there is a center differential, the front, and down here the rear.
Yep.
So fully equipped, fully adjustable, suspension wise.
Huge big ball shocks.
Big shock tower, big shocks. Lots of
So
travel.
you can see it there. I mean, that's really supple. Just see the way it's come back. That's really nice.
Absolutely.
Because when you're doing massive jumps with this, you'll need it to handle the jumps because otherwise
Absolutely.
it bottoms out and just flicks over.
Exactly. So you can adjust the shocks. You can change different springs, different oil consistency. Very tunable. So good fun. Something different to what we presented earlier today. This would go 100 k's an hour.
So this would be perfect to go with your Ferrari.
Definitely.
Just drive off to a little
You keep up
dirty
Ferrari in
spot.
Flinders Street, actually.
That's it. Yep, good stuff. Like it.
Cool.
It's a bit of madness.
What else? Is anyone having any questions in the meantime? Looks like we're gonna be in McLaren next week.
A McLaren.
Yes.
Yes.
Should definitely
Yeah,
do
we've got those.
McLaren.
Yes.
Very good. Well, if there's not more questions, what do we have? I think I wanted to show this one briefly. There's another collector that came in last week. That's a Ford GT Mark IV. One of the reasons we want to show this one is the finishing again. I don't know whether we actually got to show it last week, but last week the live was a bit sketchy towards the end. Let's see if we can open it. So I think we'll switch on this one here and show the finishing on this one. The color is
So as I move
actually
it around,
really,
you
really
might see
nice.
the reflection coming off it. So again, this is a slot car which is very collectible.
Correct.
So it's very much like a diecast type car.
Is it again 1/32nd?
Yep.
So very collectible. Yeah.
So you can see the metallic blue coming through with the different tones of the blue, and then the gloss finish that's been put on top is just super smooth. I mean, even with the GT stripes, you see how there's a pinstripe on the edge; they're really sharp. Then the lights themselves have got the clear covers on them.
So beautiful model. So
Even
again,
the
this was
wheels.
a release that came in last week. There's a few more that came in the last couple of weeks, and should be custom flow throughout the year. So Scalextric every year releases, I don't know, 30-40 cars, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And maybe actually probably a few more. And they come through at 3 or 4 every month or so. It's quite nice to have a fresh bunch of cars every now and then.
Yeah, it's good. I really like this. I mean, you got this beautiful finish that you don't expect on these sort of things.
Definitely.
Yep.
Very good. So I think that's it for today. Perhaps if there's no other questions, we're going to move to record a couple of videos tutorial.
Yeah, so we got some more
during
tutorials.
the week.
So keep getting the ideas to us,
Yeah.
so I know what to film for.
Absolutely.
I'll let you know about certain techniques and
Yeah.
aspects of modelling. Other thing too is after this modelling competition, then we'll be working on to another competition.
Yes.
So we'll have a bit of a break, and then we'll announce the next one. So you can let us know what you'd like to see there as well.
Absolutely. So
Yep.
more coming. So more cars. Yes, more cars next week. So okay, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for watching and joining us.
Yes.
Make sure you comment and if you want to see anything particular for next week, and we'll see you next Friday, 2 p.m. Same place,
Same time.
same time.
That's it.
2 p.m.
All right. Thanks
Thank
again.
you. Bye bye.
See you later.
Bye.